what do we think about people who actually do call themselves certain things and they identify it and they make that their life purpose? And
do you know that Kendall? I'm answering your
Yeah.
question. Kendall told me in the conversation that we had,
Mm-hmm.
he don't know his purpose. He's never asked himself that. What he does is he sets missions for himself, and he's mission minded. So it's like, okay, I know I have to do this to this, or in order to get here, I have to do this, 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 and this. So he sets missions for himself, and that fucking surprised the hell out of me, because I've always thought he do everything so purposeful.
Mm-hmm.
He do everything so purpose driven. Like,
Yeah.
and you've never said to yourself,
What's my purpose?
what's your purpose? And here's me. I just need to know what I'm here for. What does all of this mean?
Yeah.
And that shocked the hell out of me. But it gave me a different perspective, which why I guess maybe out of that whole thing, I got like real motivated to just do, because it was just like, if you've accomplished, because to me, he's accomplished so much, especially business-wise, like, you've actually, which not all the way, but you've created a way for your business to function without you. And I don't think it's dawned on him yet. Like, he's still, like, got to realize that.
Yeah.
Like, and
that
he
happens
will,
in
but
time. Yeah, that happens in time.
what the fuck? Like, that's like everybody's ultimate goal is, like, it can run without you. Like, you can generate income without
Doing anything. Mm-hmm.
Now, of course, he's not, like I said, he's not there yet, so he's like, I gotta be in it.
Yeah, because that's his personality.
That's his personality.
Yeah.
But if you can do that without having this plaque on your wall saying,
right.
Kendall Ficklin's purpose is
Yeah.
to generate income and take care of his family and blah, 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 blah. Like, you can do all of that without that, then what the fuck am I doing?
Well, I think it's what makes you feel fulfilled. And I know, if anything, I know my brother. He has fulfillment in working. So that's his purpose, is to work on whatever he's working on. You know what I mean? And I think for us, it's like, take away the title and it's the feeling. He feels good when he's working.
Yeah.
It's stressful. Everything is damn stressful. But it feels good. And I think for me, I'm trying to not so much ask the question of what my purpose is, but what things can I eliminate that make me feel better? Because that's the litmus test. Mm-hmm. If it feels good, like in your gut, that's what you should be doing. Mm-hmm. And that changes from day to day, moment to moment. Help me to make the best decisions so that I can feel good about what I'm doing.
It's just go back to that video I was telling you about, the one that was so...
Yeah.
When you're defining who you are, just keep defining what you are not.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. I am not that.
Yeah, I don't like that. That doesn't feel good. Right. That don't feel good.
But keep everything else, though.
Yeah. But it's like the elimination. It's a process of elimination. Like, in different parts of your life, you learn, obviously, different things. So when I was working, I realized I like sitting at the head of the table and knowing and being like a subject matter expert. I don't like working for somebody, though. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't really like checking in with somebody. Like, that's not really my thing. So let me take this and leave that. Mm-hmm. Instead of quantifying the whole thing as working for somebody is bullshit. Because that's where I was at for a long time. Like 6 out of the 8 years. I was like, fuck this. When is this going to be over? Please, God, what lessons do I need to learn? The lesson is, you're here for a reason. Why aren't you grasping all these things? You think you know everything. It goes back to that. Like, you think the reason why that you're not where you are supposed to be is because you're here. And it's like, no, you here because this is where you're supposed to be.
Oh.
Sit down. You got one mouth and 2 ears. Shut the fuck up. Listen. Observe. And that just changed everything, because now I'm a student. I'm going to work as a student. I'm like, oh, I'm supposed to be learning all this. Duh, bitch. How long it took you to come up with that?
Can't shit get past you.
Oh, you all knowing, but you ain't know that? just dumb as rocks. Like, be quiet. So I would say we gotta be careful trying to like escapism.
Mm.
I'm constantly trying, and I got sat down on this last year because
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't no escaping
Mm-hmm.
what I was going through. Like, sit down. And what you about to get out of? What are you gonna get?
Uncover that a little bit more. So escapism from what?
Pain, discomfort.
Mm.
Like, I don't like this. So it's like the fine balance of knowing it's not for me,
Mm-hmm.
but I can get something out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want this, but I'm here. So what can I gain from it? And not look at everything as a punishment or I've done something wrong. So this is what this is what I get.
I think for me, it's more so because I'm very much like when I'm all about something, I'm all about that shit, and I go 10 toes,
And then we fall out of it.
and then I fall out of it,
Yeah.
and I don't give a fuck about it, and then my attitude is fuck that.
Yeah.
I didn't need that. That was karmic. That was bullshit, and it may have been.
And it could have been.
But it may have not been. And it's realizing that some stuff, even though it was a bad experience, or not even it's not a, stop terming things as like
It's uncomfortable.
good, bad, karmic, you're not, divine. You know what I'm saying? Everything don't
demonic.
Have to, yeah. Maybe it was that you were supposed to go through that, or maybe it was because you brought them people into your life because that's what you were reflecting out at the time.
The mirror of it all.
And now that you're not in that space anymore, or you've gotten everything from it, doesn't mean that some things you take and some things you leave, but it doesn't mean that it was bad.
It was negative.
I just wish I didn't go through that. I just
What?
wish, fuck them. Like,
Yeah.
that's me. Quick. Get to a place where you don't got to cut people off and disassociate yourself with stuff. Because you needed all of those things, and this is me speaking to myself once again. You needed all that shit to get to where you are right now.
Oh, I'm heavy in that space. Like, yes. Because it just doesn't happen without those. You don't know what's best for you. How about that? You know some things, but a higher power really knows what's best for you. And you wouldn't choose those things that's really going to shape you because they're uncomfortable. You're not going to choose for yourself to go through pain and, like discomfort. You would rather have like a fanatical experience where everything is like fairies and...
I don't know, though. I don't know if I agree with that.
Why?
Because, like I just told you, I feel like God is us. We are God.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like higher self knows that you have to go through certain things.
But that's in hindsight. Do you think you go into it actually
Think about mothers.
purposefully?
People that get pregnant on purpose. That shit is not comfortable. You may think, some new moms may think like, oh, I'm about to have a baby. It's supposed to be beautiful.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be wonderful. I'm about to send maternity pictures. Blah, blah, blah. And then you realize, bitch, but any bitch that has done that twice,
You chose.
you chose to do that.
Yeah.
And it's hell.
Mhm.
Like, so I think that and then even on a smaller scale, we won't even go all the way up to motherhood.
Yeah.
Tattoos. I'm going to be in pain for a little bit of time, but at the end, I'm going to have this beautiful artwork or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We do choose pain. We do.
Yeah.
We don't always just choose, like, fairy tales and all that. Yeah, on some stuff we want to be comfortable with, but true, and this is a part of accepting your shadow side.
Right.
Because shadow sides run towards the bullshit. So, no, we don't.
That's true.
We do run, certain things,
Things.
but some stuff.
Yeah, because I got one
You're
tattoo
willing,
and that's it.
You're willing
I said
to
no.
accept the pain for a reward later on. So if we can do that on something as minuscule as a tattoo, or as grand as giving birth
To a
to
whole
a fucking
human being. Yeah.
parenting. You know what I'm saying? You going into parenting, that's a whole fucking.
Yeah.
You do choose pain. So if we do it on those scales, why wouldn't we do it on an ascension or with your purpose, or you know what I'm saying?
I think some of it is subconscious and some of it's conscious. Because I think for me, when it comes to like my elevation, I want it to be easy. Like, I know that it's necessary, and maybe subconsciously, you know, you put yourself through it, but I want the easy way. Like, I really want the easy way. And I'm realizing that there is no easy way. Even if you do want it, it's just not going to shake out that way. So it's best to approach it with grace. Like, when you are going through, just realize it, shit's going to happen. Like, shit's going to hit the fan. No matter how much you pre-plan or feel that you're wise and you've gone through all these experiences, you're going to be confronted with something that you don't know. And that's uncomfortable. So get comfortable with that. I know that's why I say it's escapism, because I know for the majority of my 20s, I was trying to avoid. You know, like, what's the quickest way?
Yeah.
And it's just something about where I'm at right now. It's just like, maybe it's just learning the same lesson. It's just like, that's the lesson of it. Stop trying to take the shortcut. Be open to what that journey is going to look like. And know that on the other side of that, it's no particular thing. It's just, you can get through it a little bit easier because you know that it's temporary. Whatever it is temporary.
It's endurance. I think the term easy is relative. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like going to the gym. Like, a nigga that's been working out for a whole year, running 100 laps, it's nothing. That's easy to him. But that's because he's had a year's worth of fucking training. Somebody who just started at the gym, that's not easy to me. I'm winded. You got a lap and a half.
Yeah, that's all I got.
And then I'm walking.
Yeah.
That was hard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think easy is not definite. So what's easy to you now? Or no, what's hard to you now after you, like you said, have learned and endured and got all these lessons, and now you've been through some shit, you got experience on it now, that's easy to me. But 10 years ago, that wasn't easy to me. So I think in response to what you just said, like, it can be easy, but I don't think we have endured enough to be able to view it like that yet. I think I agree with you. I agree it should be easy. But then at the same time, I'm like,
but easy is
why
relative.
The fuck is it all this? Like, because you gotta
build up your endurance. And that's why it's one of the most beautiful things about aging that I see is that older people have a lot of them have a peace.
Some of them.
Some of them is hellions.
On wheels.
You ain't tired. You been doing this.
You been raising hell. That's typically the ones I always say. People that's hateful live long because they got to get back all their karma. My Aunt Liz, she lived to like 100, bitch, and she was so mean. The sweet ones, they be going early. The mean ones,
but it's like they have endured so much.
That's like trivial shit. Well, shit that happens to them, they don't give a fuck.
Yeah, and you just be like, how can you just? No, you need to be up in arms, and it's just like, do you not know what I've seen and been through? This is nothing. So that's like, it gets easy because it's just like, girl, you about to be knocked upside your head so many times in this life. You sitting here talking about, about to lose your shit over something so small, like. So I used to think, because I think I know every fucking thing, like, I knew I've always been mature for my age, but my experiences are catching up to my maturity. It's like, some things you just gotta go through.
Facts.
And it doesn't matter how much wisdom you might have, because I was watching this video where they were talking about the Three of Cups, where they were talking about ageism and how, people who are older try to diminish
the younger people.
Yeah, the younger people, like, you don't know nothing, like, you don't know nothing, you haven't been here long enough, like,
you don't know a damn thing.
And I used to struggle with that too, because I'm like, oh, I want to give advice, but what are you advising on when you haven't been through nothing? Shut up. So it's just like it's like becoming whole, I guess.
It's funny that you said that because it's a song by Perry Jones called Free. Mm-hmm. That's been like my fucking mantra. Just not lately, but just period. Like, just period.
Yeah.
But in it, one line is that I choose not to follow and I choose not to lead. And that is like where I'm at right now.
That's a word.
I'm choosing not to really go up under, like, I'm not no damn fan. I'm not fanned out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I watch people that resonate with me, and if it hit, it hit. And if it don't, I'm probably not going to watch your shit no more.
Yeah, my loyalty is not to anything.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not finna be coursed the fuck out. Like, yes, I signed up for his this and his that and his this, and I got the t-shirt, and I go in every event that they have.
Not the t-shirt.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But then I'm also not choosing to lead. Like, meaning that everything that this is and the season that I'm in, like, I know it's supposed to come out. The messages are supposed to come out. And I know that because I know I'm not alone. You know what I'm saying?
That's
because I know that.
Yeah.
The same way as I need to see people that I resonate with, people need to see that they
me
can resonate.
In my process.
Right, that whole thing.
Yeah.
But I'm not about to coach you.
And I'm not trying to
I'm not about to be your guru. I'm not about to be your accountability partner. I'm not about outside of you. But you know what I'm saying? I'm not about to be like...
And what I'm saying is not the gospel. Like, I'm just telling you how I feel.
And being okay with that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of people feel like, well, if I'm not doing nothing in business, I need to teach. Not...
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, but you don't have to. Like, your experience can just...
Your existence.
Show,
not teach.
Just be.
Yeah.
Even when you are, because remember they were also saying on that video, like, you can learn from children too. And a lot of people that are older don't feel like that. They negate what kids say, and they fucking, you don't know nothing. Like, you ain't been through shit. But sometimes God come in the strangest ways and through the strangest things, and sometimes he come through little kids.
And they can impart some wisdom.
They can impart some wisdom on
yeah.
you, even though they haven't been through nothing. If you listen and take off them fucking whatevers, it can still...
Close your eyes and listen.
Right.
Stop looking at the vessel and just hear the message.
And that's all I want to do right now. It's just document it. That's it. We ain't teaching shit. I want you to just, whatever you grab from it, grab it. If you don't...
And share, it's about sharing. Because I feel like through us sharing, it may, allow other people to share with us. Mm-hmm. And they may have something that we need. Mm-hmm. Because you're never alone. Or if you have a question, you don't know how the answer is going to come. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I went through a whole period of being alone. Like years and years of trying to rebuild myself and figure out who I am. And that's lonely. I think it's necessary. It was necessary for me. Because I didn't need the opinion of anybody. I needed to be stripped down to me and me and rebuild myself up the way that I see it without the opinion of anybody else.
Yep.
But I'm to the point now that I feel secure enough that I know it's not a individual thing. The next level of where I'm going is not individual. I'm coming out of that lonely season, out of the season of just higher self, because that's a lot of what it was. It was the lower self because I was mentally and spiritually low. And now in my higher self, realizing that a lot of what I need is just going to come from a lot of people.
Yep.
And
what came to me when you said that was you had to be put by yourself so you could recognize your own voice. It's stripping away all the conditioning and stripping away what opinions and thoughts and paradigms, not even just opinions. Like, think about how much shit we build up on somebody else's fucking shit. That it didn't even come from you. Like, this somebody else's thought process that you've adopted, you've accepted, adopted, and now you live out, but it didn't originate within you.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? And then so many things have manifested from that it's not even yours. Not even yours.
And especially, I will give a piece of advice. If I'm going to give any advice, it's going to be this. When you are going through a journey spiritually, there comes a point, and that was my point, where I had to, not only was I alone, I also had to quiet the noise of where I was getting my teaching from. Like, when I say alone, I mean alone. Not alone watching and reading and just alone. Just quiet, just my thoughts. And it goes back to what you're saying. Like, by inviting anybody's other energy, any teachings, it can skew you.
Yeah.
So it may be that, okay, you know that you want to start elevating spiritually. And you do start, I think it's important to do research.
Yeah.
It's important to get information from different people. But with that, take some time to really sit alone with, what do you think? Because you need to put your sauce on it. You, just like you're saying, you can't take somebody else's opinion and make it your own.
Sophistication, like I was telling you.
And then
for a long time, I was and it wasn't like he was having.
It wasn't him. It was you.
It was me, because I was allowing that. Well, I don't know. So let me just go with this. No, bitch. Sit down and figure out what the fuck you really want to do.
And it teaches you.
And because I was so, I gotta say this. And because I was so, I was so indecisive. Because we got together when I was still a fucking kid. You know what I'm saying? So I was so indecisive. I didn't make no decisions. My parents made all my decisions for me. Even up to the point where it was like, where I'm going to go to school after my damn child. I'm a whole parent out here, and y'all still telling me where I got to go,
right.
What I got to do. And when I got with him, it just rolled over into that. Well, you decide, because I don't really know. Like, never was taught the way to really, like, make my own fucking decision. But that cripples you and enables you in so many ways, that even down to what do you want to do with yourself, how you view things, how you look at things, all of that shit is up to question when you have no solid idea of who the fuck you are.
No identity. What's your identity? Your identity can't be tied
to no fucking
to no
body.
one. No title. That's uncomfortable.
Fucking
Because it's so easy to fall into, I'm a,
That's
or
what
I
meant
do.
by the boxes.
Yeah, it's the boxes.
It's comfort in saying, I'm a trade investment analyst and I work for Colgate and I'm this and that. Because for one, it gives me esteem. It validates me. It says, like, this is what I do. This is how you know what I'm saying? All of those things. But really, it don't mean shit.
Because that's not who you are. That's what you do. And those things get so crossed. It's the exact same thing with me. That's when I had to strip down, because when I took all them titles away,
your raw ass is sitting there.
And it's just like, no one's telling me I'm doing a good job. Am I? Dun dun dun. And you be like, no, you're not doing it. You're not doing a good job.
Because you don't even know who the fuck
Because you don't know.
are.
Because who are you? You've been this for this period of time. And y'all, I just did not know how much working for someone. This is me personally. It's no diss to anybody who works for anybody. But for me, when I do something, I go hard. Mm-hmm. So it changed my personality. It literally changed my personality. Mm-hmm. I can look at myself pre-working in my job and post, and it's outside of my age changing and going from, I think I was 22 to 30 is when I left. Those are just pivotal times for anyway. Sure. But I was different. Like, I used to be so bubbly and fucking just spontaneous.
Naive.
But my spontaneity went away. Yeah. Because it was this is what I do. And I worked in HR, so it really wasn't, I'm the damn police of the job.
So I'm controlling.
So I can't even,
what are y'all doing?
And I'm leaving working on bullshit. So it's just like a conflict internally. Because it's just like, that ain't you. you know how to perform that job, but that's not you. And now this is who you are because you've done this for 8 years. And now you just quit. So you don't have, there's no validation there. Everything is just stripped down. And that is scary. And it was scary. It was a scary time.
You want to know why? It makes you fully accountable for yourself. Because now you get to, it's not, I applied for this job and I'm what they tell me I got to be. This is the roles I got to do because that's the roles they tell me I got to go do. True freedom is terrifying for most people because it makes you completely accountable for your fucking
self.
It's
no blame.
That's the fuck of it. That's like the shit of it all.
And
like,
then it is blame because let you be in a relationship with somebody.
What?
Oh, I was blaming him. If you
would just,
and you know it because you was there,
and that's all like, oh,
oh, I just gotta pass the blame. No problem. You and my life is in shambles.
But this is what I was saying to you on the phone the other day. It's the mirror. Everything we don't like in somebody else is a direct reflection to yourself. So before you open, me speaking before you fix your mouth to fucking say anything to him about what the fuck he is or is not doing, bitch, what are you doing?
Nothing. And then the thing of it be, you can't even receive that from your partner. Obviously, you're not in a relationship. And this is the beauty of our relationship because we have to get it from each other. If you come and you be like, he said blah, 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 and you be like, he's right, bitch. Like, you're crazy. Because sometimes you can't, a lot of times you can't receive it.
No. Because they're too close. You in it with them. And we're close too, but.
It's not in that same way.
No. And we speak each other's language. Our languages with them is so different. That when it come from them, and I'm praying that hopefully it'll be a time where it won't be that.
Absolutely,
you know
I think it definitely will.
We'll get there. We can be like, okay, you can tell me
we're getting there.
You know what I'm saying?
We are getting there.
We are, and it's like I'm not gonna take it like that,
but
I can receive it.
You have to be able to receive it because it's your mirror. You have to take away who it's coming from, and just realize. It don't matter what you say. This is the person that's closest to you. I'm not the person that's closest to you. You bound your life to this person. It's your person. It's your mirror. It don't matter if you open up your mouth and say, a lot of this shit be nonverbal. And if we sit down and chop it up with each other, it's only so much we gonna tell each other. We weren't there. You can recount the experience and I can give you my advice on that. But it's nothing like you live with me. You look at me every day. You see me at my best. You see me at my worst. You know the nonverbal cues. Like we were saying, the energy be strong. So it's just like, you got to get real with yourself and realize when somebody's saying something to you, they're not your enemy. Like, you have no reason to tear me down. Like, we building each other up. We in a partnership. We're trying to get to the same place. So if you saying something to me, it means something.
Right.
And don't allow that person to just be your punching bag. Because it's so easy to be like, let's shift the blame here.
Let's put this on because it's much easier to do that.
It's so easy.
It's much easier for me to blame you and yell at you and scream at you and identify all the things that you're not doing right versus sitting down with myself and saying, bitch.
Now, after all that, now let's
what
look at
you not doing? Because then you have to hold yourself completely accountable.
Yeah.
And it ain't no, I don't know what they gonna. What are you gonna do?
Because
not run.
Mm-hmm.
Not because that's me. I'm a runner. I will run, bitch. It's a wonder I don't got fucking calves big as this because I should be a track star. What's the girl name? Gabby. I'm Gabby Douglas.
She ain't no track star.
What did she do?
Niggas just make everybody the same person. She is a gymnast. I think you talking about Sha'Carri Richardson.
The guy with the weed?
The running, yeah.
That one. I'm that one. Sha'Carri who? Shaquavian. Shakana? I'm her.
I cannot stand you.
Because I run.
Yeah.
Like, I run or I'm first to bat to cuss you the fuck out.
Yeah.
It's one or the other. It's either the defense.
They're both defense.
It's both defense,
Yeah.
but that's how it shows up, right?
Yeah.
Instead of saying no, you were wrong, or no, let's fix this, or where did that come? That's the space I've been in. It's like when shit has been coming up as of late, since I decided to really do the shadow work and really work.
All I can think is Lilith. Have you? Do you?
But I told you, I don't know if that was that. But then it was.
But it was. But it's necessary.
And understanding why it was.
Yeah. That just came in my head. Now I'm in the space where
I'll say well. Okay, I won't say. You're right.
But that's valid too. Because it's not black and white. It's not black and white. And you will fuck yourself up by thinking that it is.
Like I just did.
Like you just did.
And it's like, no, bitch.
No.
You could spaz at any fucking moment.
At any moment.
Damn.
At any time.
With the Paris thing yesterday.
Exactly. But it's like you're quicker to correct yourself because it's gonna come. It's you. We all got some bullshit. We're not sitting here talking about this is the way to do it right and do it perfect and not inflict pain on anyone, because that comes with it. As you going through your shit, people are gonna get hurt in the process. Unfortunately.
Come on, Shadow and Divine.
People gonna get hurt in the process.
You have united that shit.
Told you.
That's what that means. And now you telling it to me.
And you just have to know when that's happening. You gotta know, I need to apologize. I need to tell that person this has nothing to do with you. Because sometimes that means more than just not saying it.
Yeah.
Because it makes you human.
Yeah.
It's like, I am going to fuck up. I'm going to make some mistakes. I'm going to say some hurtful things. It's the exact same thing you were saying with Paris. Like, but across the board. I'm going to do that. But let me show you how human I am, that I'm going to tell you that wasn't you. Like, it didn't have nothing to do with you. It was me. And I'm the queen of not admitting that shit. Like,
I was queen, not apologize, bitch.
Yeah, like,
I don't even apologize. What is that? The study of apples? Like, what is that? I don't know how to apologize. It was you. Figure out what was wrong. I'm sorry you felt that way. That's
right.
how I
Oh, I'm the queen of that.
I'm so sorry you felt that way.
Mm-hmm.
But what I was trying to do was, like, no, bitch.
You just didn't get it.
At all.
It wasn't that I was wrong.
Damn.
You just didn't understand it. And it's so freeing to be that way, because you gotta think how that festers up inside of you by being like that.
It's just like we were saying earlier. You're not leaving room for growth. Because you know everything. You're never wrong about nothing. You're not allowing, because really when you admit that you're wrong, you're allowing yourself to grow. At least that's what I'm learning. When you admit that you're wrong, you're saying, I'm holding myself accountable. I'm allowing myself to grow. I'm realizing how this situation could have been handled better. And I'm realizing how I need to still elevate more in this area.
And being okay with the consequences of it. Say, for example, you do spaz out on somebody and you like, I'm sorry. They probably still need some time. Like, okay, I'm glad you're sorry, but fuck you. Like, sit with that. As you're evolve that. And I'll let you know when I'm in a place where
respecting them, honoring them where they are.
Because even if you apologize, I still might not mess with you no more. Like, I don't need that. You're too up and down. Whatever you're going through has you in a space that's not good for me. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, with our, family, immediate family, or who you live with, they really don't have that luxury to just cut your ass off. But when it comes to other relationships, they can. So you have to be careful. You got to just learn how to
manage your own shit. Exactly. Manage your own self.
Be accountable. That's the theme of this year for me, y'all. I'm holding myself accountable. Because too many years and too much time has gone by with me letting myself up off the hook. Well, that's just how I am. Well, that just happened. And, okay, it may have happened. But are you holding yourself accountable? And let's look at how far are you getting being this way?
Right.
Because you can do this year. You can just not be accountable this year, next year. 10 years from now, what have you done?
Mm-hmm.
Because it sounds good. And I can talk my way into some shit and make it sound real good. But it's like, what are you doing? And that's why I needed to sit down, be quiet, get stripped down, because I was talking too much. Stop talking and start doing some shit. And now that I've done that, I can do this. Like I can, like I'm actually doing something.
Yeah.
How many years have we done sat and talked about, just talk. Shut up. Ain't that much talking in the world.
Yeah.
Do something. Let your actions speak. It's like, at the point that I'm at, all the cliches aren't cliches anymore.
They becoming real.
Fuck that cliche. Everybody say that. No. Let your actions speak for you. And it's so funny because I'll talk to some people because I'm not active on social media and they like, oh, that's what you're doing. Like when I talk to them. Because they're like, oh, I didn't know what you were doing.
Yeah, because that's life. That's real life for a lot of people.
And I'm like, oh,
literally,
yeah.
like they live and breathe. If you're not on there, then you probably, something is wrong. Like, are you okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, I see what Gerard's doing. Oh, you working with him. Blah, blah, blah. Like, y'all do. I'm like, yeah. Which, it doesn't bother me because I know I don't share. But to me, sharing.
It bothers me.
Sharing was not important at that time for me because doing was more important. And so it doesn't make me feel away. Like, I'm just like, yeah.
It bothers me because I'm sad that people have gotten to a place where that's reality. Like, literally. Like, you feel like, or you only talk to people about what they post online. Like, that's that's your entering conversation.
Like, oh, I seen you were,
yeah,
blah, blah, blah.
or, yeah, just like you posted the other day, like,
yeah.
What? It's fake. It's not real. It's virtual reality. Like, literally.
Yeah.
And there are people, wealthy people, that live and breathe and exist off that shit and making real dollars and real cents. Unlike people on social media will make you think like if you only have so many followers and that's the only way you succeed. No, they don't be on that shit at all.
They don't have followers.
They don't give a fuck about that. They're in the real world.
Yeah.
Or versus coming to someone and how are you? Like, what's going on with you? Like, I said this in my video, like, I want to have deeper conversations with people.
Yeah.
Fuck all this surface level bullshit. Like, what are we really talking about?
Nothing.
Really? Are we really checking in with each? Like, what can I get to know from you that's going to help me a little bit on this journey that I'm trying to figure all this shit out? Because this shit is crazy to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What have you gone through? Because if it's me, then it's you. What have you gone through that's going to help me get a little bit further? And I mean, we've lost that. Though.
Yeah, it's cool. It's just like it has to be in moderation because I'm all for a good kiki. Let's talk bullshit. But when it comes down to it, that's very few and far in between. You know, like more of my time is spent. I'm not saying I'm just an elevated person, but I'm just trying to work on myself. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if it's because I do have the visions of what like is going to happen. And I'm just like, I know I can't get there until I put in this work.
Yeah.
So it's just like a lot of things that people are interested in, I'm not. But it's like you do have to connect too, because the same thing that you need could come through some of those people. So, saying. Yeah, this shit it's real.
And that's the part of self-work for me that where I'm at. It's like, I can bullshit talk with you all day. Like, that's my personality. I'm very social. So if you want to talk about whatever, well, we can go around and around and around and around. But holding myself accountable and like, we're not doing that no more. We're having deeper level conversation. We're connecting on a deeper level with people. Like, yeah. Fuck all this. You just know them because you know what I mean? No, like the little chitter chatters. Like, fuck all that. Like
the small talk.
Yeah, we're done with that. Like, get to know them, and if we can't go that deep, cool. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But at least try. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? At least try to. And it may be too deep for some people. I think know that so. Too. Like, I feel like so. Some people, it ain't gonna, and that's okay because I haven't been understood for the longest time any fucking way, so it really don't matter. But being okay with being, this is who I am right now.
Yeah.
So if
Standing alone, being willing to stand alone. That's the word. Being willing to stand by yourself. That's what I done learned. Stand alone and stand up.
And stand up.
Girl, I gotta show you this TikTok. Stand up! This girl, she was saying that, she was saying that bitches just be so thirsty for, like, just desperate. Yeah. Like, just any kind of attention. She was like, stand up! Stand up! I said, oh, I'm about to stand up. I got a whole husband. I gotta show you. You gotta see it.
Okay.
But, yeah, like, people really want, and it ain't people. It's me too, as much as I try. You know, it's just like, it's what the goal of society is to get you to go with the crowd. Don't be by yourself. This is what everybody doing. Why you don't want to do it?
Because I've been there.
Because I did it.
I did it. I was there. I saw.
I've been to the other side.
I've been in there and I seen it was bullshit. And now I'm running out trying to save all y'all. And y'all like, girl, sit your ass down. Exactly. Nobody trying to hear all that deep ass shit. What are you talking about? And I'm like, no, wait. It's
and I think some people don't get affected. I'm not going to group everybody together because I don't think some people can consume and not be consumed with it. I think.
Who? Point one out.
I don't know because I really don't.
Exactly. None of them. I'm telling you, I've been and I went and I seen and they're all consumed with. You can't do anything in life and it don't have no effect on you. I thought I was a bitch that wasn't affected by it until I unplugged out the Matrix and realized how fucking sleep I was.
You was in there. It wasn't no getting you out of it either. That's
Instagram all day, every fucking day, morning until evening. Like, we're Instagram. I am Instagram. They should have hired me as the damn CEO because that's how much I was up in that shit. Like,
I was there. I know you was. We would be together and you would be on your damn phone. And I
a conversation like this, I mean, of course, we always have leveled with each other. But, like, in between, the number of times I would have probably checked my phone. Yeah. While we're sitting here talking. You know, it be on some deep level shit, too. Like,
it don't matter what it is. We're Instagramming at the same time. It ain't that important that I don't need to see my phone. I need to see my phone. But you gotta respect.
Once you unplug,
you gotta respect. You gotta respect where people is at.
True.
Because I would say I don't think that I ever made you feel bad about it. I don't. That was never my intention. And I don't think
I always would tell me the truth.
Yeah, but I don't think you really gave a fuck because when you in it, you in it. But I don't think I ever tried to be like, why you? You know what I mean? Like, although it wasn't something that I participated in, I'm just like, that's Amber. That's what she does. Like, And then you had to find out for yourself. Like, okay, I can consume this, but don't let it consume me. Like, that's the biggest thing because you're not about to. Some people are social that way. Yeah. So instead of trying to change, make you change yourself, like, it's realizing this is who I am. Like, I enjoy parts of this, but it's becoming all consuming. So I got to start separating some of that shit and realize it's not real. But you would say that, even though, see, but it's the thing. Even though you were participating in it, you would still say it's not real.
Because I figured out how to make it look like what I wanted it to look like. I could make you believe whatever I wanted you to believe about me. Or about any page I was running. That's what the real fuck of it was. Because it's very subtle when you do it with yourself, right? Because you're just highlighting the positive things in my life that are happening. Right. But it was when I was running other people's pages and realizing I can skew how you view this person with what I post or don't post. Or what I say and what I don't say. That was like, oh, shit.
I'm on to something.
I can make anything look like anything.
Ooh!
Literally. It's not real. And it numbs you from, at least for me, it numbed me from doing the work that needed to be done. Because all I got to do is make a post and all these people are going to like it.
The internal work? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, the inner work because I'm validated in that way. Same thing with what we talking about with the job, validating you. That social validation you get from that kind of in your mind makes you feel like, well, I'm not that bad.
Yeah, I don't need to do what I need to do. They like it.
Instead of getting naked with yourself and fuck what you look like, what you're wearing, what car you driving, or whatever the fuck it is. What are you doing? Like, what the fuck is your heart like?
And why you anxious all the time? Can you relax?
No, because I gotta figure out what I'm about to post next. Seriously. And we just got way off topic, but
it ain't no topic.
Bitch, yes, no. Every thought is what am I about to post next?
Yeah. I guess. I don't know. Because when I was consistent on Instagram, it's because you was she was not Instagram. I would see her post and I'm here because I cannot. That was a high level of anxiety for me.
Yeah.
It's too much. Because I'm just so sensitive to energy, period. Getting on there and seeing 200 people of what it's too much. And me.
We gotta go into this hashtag, and then we gotta go and do this, and then once we do that's 1 million. I've touched 1 million people today.
Have at it. It wasn't for me. I'm like, oh. But for the sake of sharing, I'm willing to dabble. But it's just like, I'm never going to be that person.
Yeah.
Because I'm just not that person.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be in real life. And I, on a subconscious level, you can't differentiate it. When you're participating in it, you can't tell your mind to be like, that's not real. Because you looking at it. It looked like they in Dubai to me. Where they at?
That's a camel. They like, I just really want to just have a partner that just fly me out and just, girl, this is fake. This is a magazine.
Like, damn.
They relationship, like, I just really need somebody.
And they shit falling apart.
They don't even talk to each other. He fucking this girl that just like the other picture 10 pictures down. That's who he really want.
You don't even like her. Yeah, I can't do it. All right, guys. We will see y'all in the next video. Thanks for watching.